And I would like to, all of you guys who have been with us today, I mean, another warm round of applause for Stina, because this is an amazing book. Thank you, Stina, so much for sharing this event. And guys, the time flies, and you know, the pastries, they're, you know, getting old here. And Stina, when we spoke about this event and you invited me to be, the speaker and moderate, then we discussed, you know, about this Fika presentation. And then I said to you, well, you said to me that I would like to have a cake. I mean, because when you're celebrating someone, you at least need a cake. So I rushed up to this morning, and I must say that I didn't bake it myself, but I actually have a stubbe for you. So this is actually, it has your name on it. So it's a small cake in Sweden, which is called stubbe. It's a kind of a log, right? To be in English. So that's my, thank you so much, Stina, for having all of us today. Do you have any roundup words to all the people that's been joining us today? And
well, I mean, again, thanks to everybody, I mean, for joining and being here with me today. That's the best thing about this. It's really like I'm at my own party. And then there are a couple of people who's not been mentioned yet, who's actually been part of the book happening. And that's one is Julie Jordan, who's been the recipe editor of the book's one recipe. And then also the final editor, Cole Lewison, he stepped in at the very end and did a fantastic job. And then there are some that couldn't make it into the acknowledgements because their contributions came after I had finished writing the book. And that's the printer, Göteborgstryckeriet in Gothenburg, and also the bindery, F&G in Malmö. You know, I think before I had gone, I went to visit both places. Before I did, I would have assumed that, you know, Cecilia sent the whole file with everything. It would just be printed in some machine. Then it would be cut in some other machine. And yes, those machines were there, but they were monitored by people. They adjusted things, fixed the scale, the curve, the this, the that. They got out of the, you know, being cut. There was somebody measuring with a millimeter thing saying, no, not good enough. So, I mean, it takes a lot before you have a product that looks like this book. And then now to just make this event happen, there's one person who's, he couldn't be here also today, Andreas Olsson. He's been helping me plan this. And then amazing Linda, you are like such a star. And then I think, can we see Micke behind the backstage there? Micke has been making all this actually happen. Micke.
The technical support. Where are you, Michael?
Thank you so much.
Oh,
doing great.
Fantastic.
The Zoom master.
Really. Now, and then, okay, I would like to finish with one, I think, you know, some words on the way there. For all of you out there, a tip for when you get to Sweden next, so that you know how to behave. So Fika etiquette rule number 1, I would say, is if somebody invites you for Fika, say yes. Always and always. Don't even try anything else, because that could actually really cost you. And one person in the book, Raymond from Egypt, he believes it cost him an attractive job, because he, poor thing, his interview was late morning, prime Fika time. So of course he was asked if he wanted coffee and then Fika, and he had never heard of Fika. He didn't drink coffee, so he just said no. And he didn't get the job, even though he had been headhunted for the job. And it's quite possible that his saying no was part of that explanation. Now, if this sounds weird to you, I think I want to explain just a little bit, like what it means when you ask if somebody wants coffee. You're not asking them, would you like to drink coffee? I mean, it's not, no, you are it's a friendly gesture. And this thing that Carol referred to, I was in the electronics store the other day, and so I was chatting with the guys there and mentioned the book, and I said this thing of you can't say no to Fika. No, of course not, they said. And then one of them, and his family background must be, he's from some other country, though he's grown up here, obviously. And he says, no, he says, because it's like you open your heart. It's about love, actually.
And thank you so much, Stina, for those amazing words. And I think that all of those, I'm just looking in the chat, there are a lot of love in the chat for you, and I can just agree with all of them. And all of that love that, I mean, you just flourish, and you have written an amazing book, and I can actually hear your voice when I read this. And for those of you who want to grab your own copy of this, where can they do that, Stina? If they just want to, wow, I want one.
Well, I mean, I think it was part of the slideshow. It's in Sweden, it's Easy Bokus. And then we also have Book Depository, UK based, and yeah, they ship for free all over the world.
So I think, well, let's have the you know, the chat support, the technical support, Mr. Michael Jensen. He can actually send out links in the chat, so then everyone can grab their own copy if they want to. So, well, time flies when love and passion is in the air. And I just want to say thank you to you, Stina, and thank you all of you amazing people all over the world for joining us today. Now I'm diving into this amazing, you know, Fika pastry table. I can't wait. So take care, everyone. You know, please follow Stina's Facebook group online on the Facebook official group of Fika Made in Sweden. Thank you, everyone from Sweden, Stockholm, where I am at. And thank you so much, Stina, for the amazing book. I will read it all over again tonight. Thank you, everyone.